Okay. One problem that we can speak about on an email.
They've totally like lost their path. They know what they need to do to feel better about themselves, but they're feeling depleted. They're feeling tired. They, can't get to where they're doing things that help them, and they are aware of it, but they just can't seem to shift it.
So would you say that they're in sabotage?
It could be self-sabotage. It could also just be complete depletion.
Okay.
Or like energetically bogged down.
Okay. I'm trying to think about real life here.
Right.
I'm trying to think about how we articulate it in real life. Like, what do I do when I feel, well, what do I do as a human being when I feel bogged down and I feel wiped out? Do I watch too much TV? Do I eat bad food? What kind of choices do I make?
Am I oversleeping, or am I not sleeping enough? Am I not getting outside? I'm not taking care of myself. I'm starting to feel sick, gaining weight,
Okay, so I want to picture this woman in her house.
Her anger, she can't control her anger with her kids. She's, lashing out. She's going into fear mode.
How's that look? Have you all but given up on life? Are you hanging?
I can't see it.
I know it's so small, I can't figure that out. Have you all but given up on life? Are you hanging your towel on the mirror, lashing out at your kids and family, finding yourself short-tempered, filled with anxiety and fear? Okay, tell me more about her. Tell me more about her problem. Like what might she have if she's like, yes, how do we identify what we call what you do?
What
you
I
might
do?
have, yeah. So so yesterday's copy was all about, we identify the problem by asking a question. So we hook them into an email, we hook them into a social media post, we hook them in this way by asking the question that is going to prompt them to think, right? Do you have these things is what we're asking them. See if I can make this bigger. Okay, so you might be experiencing a soul.
Well, I was just going to say, you may be blocked energetically, or you may be,
experiencing.
I mean, I could get way woo and talk about like, you might be holding a bunch of your fear in your bottom 3 chakras, but that I feel like is too much.
Totally.
I got to talk.
You might be experiencing energetic,
lethargy syndrome.
Great. I know, I'm like, it's not really a syndrome, is it? I'm trying to see it as like, the way that it's being shown to me is like there's a detachment, like a splintering, but it's starting with a D and I cannot think of the word. So I'm trying to think of the word that goes with this. You might be experiencing.
Yeah, and I see it like the crown's not aligned and the root's not aligned. So they're like, in this place where they're not connected and they're just doing this.
Let me look the word up. This is how I play. And that's why I kind of wanted to just do this way today, because I wanted to show like how these thoughts kind of come about. So I'm looking up the word detachment. And so now I'm going to find dispassionate, disinterested, indifferent. You might be experiencing energetic indifference and need a soul revival.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. Okay. So now we go into solution. What's your solution to her problem, Jen?
Well, see, this is where I want to do both, because maybe she needs an Akashic record, reading to see.
Let's make a decision. Let's make a decision. Okay. This is the thing, is like you are going to write. Well, here's the thing. You're going to write 500 emails over the course of the next 2 years. And so every email denotes an opportunity for you to choose one subject. One subject. It's not because you're not going to get to do all the subjects. It's just for this particular email, she's really confronted energetically. She's got a bug. She's really bothered. Her lack mentality is causing so much fear and anxiety inside of her that what does she need? If she has so much fear and anxiety in her, what would you suggest?
Right.
If she's lashing out,
it's time to do a remote energetic healing. It's time for us to open up her chakras, to clear that energetic field, to ground her, to align her, to let me explain to her what I am seeing, and communicate with her what her messengers are telling me, to open up this feeling that she's experiencing, this disconnect.
Soul. Oh, I get it. I know. Your soul and ego. Okay, your soul and ego are at odds with each other right now. The ego is running its fear tactic all over your mind and body. With my unique remote energetic alignment, you will begin to immediately feel revived and alive again. Feel in control and confident in your true intuitive beliefs. How does that ring? This is just the solution. Right. So what is another, and there's a little bit of outcome there in that they're going to feel in control and confident, and they're going to feel revived and alive. And again, you're going to change this and put it into your own words, and we're just practicing right here. But I just want everybody to kind of see and feel how this goes. We've identified this problem. And what I would do even in the outcome is I'd kind of go back to the problem and remind them of what it would feel like to feel good again. So we might say, like, do you have a question? Why the junk food? Why the junk food? You need one healthy item before you get junk food. Okay. Okay, thank you.
He needs a soul alignment.
Oy vey. Okay. So the outcome that we are experiencing here is when you have realigned with your soul and amplified and cleared, realigned with your soul, cleared and amplified your chakras, you are going to immediately feel like hanging out with your family, doing your hair again, and what else will she want to do? Short-tempered, anxiety, fear.
She can once again be the eye in the center of the storm.
How about, and you might even go outside and breathe fresh air on a bike or a hike. Okay, so that's just really simple, but imagine an email that's that simple. And then right here, we do our CTA, our call to action. So there we have you can sign up for this. How?
Right.
So then you just offer them, either going to their website, but again, if you don't have a booking system, Jen, then you need to put your phone number on it.
Okay.
You don't want to have them email you. You need to have the fastest way for them to book, because every step that it takes them to not get booked with you is a reason they're backing out.
Right.
So the harder you make it for them to book, the harder it is for them to book. And they'll just go, you know what? I already feel like fucking shit. Right. And now I have to go to her website and find a way to email her.
Right.
So that I can then wait for her to email me back at her.
I'm working on the booking thing.
Okay. But I just want you to know, like, that is the disappointment. Like, you sent me an email, you know what I'm doing, you know what I'm going through. And you're right. I'm anxious, and you're right. I need you. I need this thing so badly. And if you are not able to get it to me right this second, or at least let me feel like I've got my name on a book somewhere, you could send me out.
Right.
Yeah. So, again, Acuity is really easy and cheap and free for booking, as is Calendly would be the other one that a lot of people use. So I would recommend either one of those for a booking system.
Okay.
And they can be independent of your website for right now before you get it hooked up.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can literally just send them to that URL so they can book right there on my spot.
Now I need to do it for sure.
Yeah. How did that feel in terms of email? Does that make it seem easy, simple? And imagine this is all social media. Mm-hmm. This is like everything that we do is in this order: problem, solution, outcome. Right. Even if we're telling a story, even if we're sharing something personal. Here was the problem that I was having that one time. Here's the solution that I experienced because of all the amazing things that I know how to do. And here's why I look prettier than everybody else, because I have this outcome. So even when we're doing personal, we're still working in this pattern.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can send that to me?
Oh, I sure will. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to use it word for word. I just,
I'll even edit it.
I like to kind of like refer to it as I'm creating what I want to create.
Absolutely. No. And I mean, my words, your words, like, don't ever let somebody put literal words in your mouth. But even though you have a lot of the woo in your mouth, I want you to really start seeing her in her house and seeing her in her actions. What does her life look like without you? And what does her life look like because of you?
Right. I like that.
Yeah. It makes it easier to speak to her.
Yeah.
Like for our health professionals, the people who do all the food, like one of the first problems is that I've been having in a time of Corona. Well, other people are going to the refrigerator and eating everything. I go to the refrigerator and I look at it and I go, is there literally not a hamburger and fries in there from my favorite restaurant? How is there nothing in my refrigerator every time I go to my refrigerator? So the problem might be, are you standing in front of your refrigerator every single day wishing it was doing something for you and finding yourself unappealed and unaligned to everything inside of your refrigerator, even though it's healthy and even though it's the food that you've always eaten? You find yourself going longer hours between meals because nothing is exciting to you? That would be a problem. Now, even though they're a health professional and they don't work with anorexia, and even though they're a health professional and they're not looking to offer people weight loss, or they're not willing to offer that, they're going to give ways to create excitement. So the solution is, we're going to hand you a bunch of recipes that you can use from your refrigerator. They're easy so that you no longer have to be at odds with the experience that you were having with your refrigerator. Instead, you can feel Corona ready, that you were going to have restaurant professional meals in your mouth in minutes, right? And suddenly I'm like, oh, yes. How do I get those recipes? I need that because I hate my refrigerator right now so much. And the outcome's going to be like, you and your refrigerator are going to make up and have the best relationship ever. And all that food that's been going to rot because you no longer feel appealed to the broccoli that you used to eat every day is now going to get cooked, and you are going to save money and feel so much better because you are again paying attention to your body, mind, and spirit. Right. So, and that formula can be used over and over. So what, again, I would do, Jen, in your case is, of course, you don't have one problem that you solve.
Right.
Not in your whole business, but you can create a content calendar by writing down all the problems, all the hell, all the pieces of hell that your clients experience. Every aspect of hell that they experience when they are not working with you. What their lives feel like, morning, noon, and night. Just really get dirty in their lives. And then on the contrast of that, write down all the experiences that they would have if they worked with you. And we call that the heaven. So every time you have to write out content, you pick a problem, you choose which of your solutions best fits that problem, and you have then the amazing outcome, heaven, that you provide when they work with you.
And I know you want me to focus on one thing, but right now I'm trying to do a reading and a healing because I feel like the combination of the two is super powerful.
I agree. And that's just a different, all you're doing in that is like, this is the
double whammy. This is the
one that I want you to buy.
Right.
So it's not a matter of like choosing one or the other. It's like, with this reading, energy, healing combo, we're going to get to really dive in and see what your guides have to say. And we are going to get to totally clear out those blocked energy channels.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. Yes. I know you have to jam. So I'm going to do one more email for those who I'm recording for.
Okay.
Vicki, are you writing as you go? You look multitasky today.
Yes, I can do that. Yeah, I am actually.
Good. That's awesome. Okay. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to think of a different problem that we all have right now in this time period that we can write an email to. Thinking about all of our fitness people, because our fitness people are the ones that are so hurt by this time period because the gyms and the yoga studios are not, bye sweetie, are not going to be quite yet opening. So I know that they're feeling it both financially and otherwise. So I want to speak to their clients and I want to speak to you guys as to like what you guys can put as the problem. And the initial problem is the same both for the client and for you, which is we miss you, right? I miss you. Do you miss me? Do you miss your friends and community at the gym? It has been so lonely. I long for the days when we Okay, so I'll read this out loud for anybody who's taking this in. So the problem is, I miss you. Do you miss me? Do you miss your friends and community at the gym? It's been so lonely. I long for the days when we sweated together. Now, this might sound super cheesy, but imagine you're reading it and you know your gym person. Like I have a person in my mind that I'm like laughing about them writing me like this Dear Diary letter. So like, I just imagine this gym person being like, Dear Diary, I miss you so much. What this does is it incites like laughter and it incites a little bit of joy. You're still asking that question. You're still identifying the problem. But in this, you're also creating a bit of humor, because humor is also something that's going to move the needle, get them opening the email and or clicking on the social media post. And again, these things that we're creating right here, you can use for email, blog, and all of your social media spaces. Okay. So then the solution is, I know it isn't the same, but we have Zoom. And if you would like to schedule in-person outdoor workouts, let's do this thing. So I've added in the solution the word together. So giving every client right now the option to work out. I know it's not the same, but we have Zoom. And if you would like, you can schedule in-person outdoor workouts. Let's do this thing. We can Zoom one-on-one or meet on a mountain and get your legs screaming, your abs pumping, your arms glistening with sweat. And you are going to be so happy as the endorphins kick in and we can celebrate this amazing moment together. So we began with the problem is we miss each other. We end in the solution of coming together, because that's what we're selling here is togetherness, not just the sweat, not just the awesome workout, but as well, we're selling the togetherness that we all know we miss and need from our peeps. So then again, the outcome, no more lonely days and nights without a workout buddy. I'm back, I'm live, and I will see you outside in the gym or in the Zoom. And then you'll do a how to book, CTA, call to action, how to book, how to schedule. So again, the outcome, we mention always in the solution, the outcome, we come back, we do another one, no more lonely days. Again, we reclaim the problem, no more lonely days, I'm live, I'll see you outside and on the Zoom. You're not going to be lonely anymore is really the outcome. You're going to be pumped up and awesome. So that's just another email. And you can see that these are not that long and they're not that hard. And once you have this, you can basically write like 12 emails with all the problems that you have and all the solutions that you offer and line up your entire social media using this formula. So how did that land, Vicki? Even though that one's not for you.
Really good. I didn't before get connecting the outcome with the solution.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the formula.
Yeah. The formula, once you get it, it's so easy. And so it makes it really easy to write an email. It makes it really easy to offer content and put it up and out into the world. Yeah. All right. I'm going to hit stop on record here.